Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Jaivam Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tadodayam Udiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhatresu Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam Bhagavatim Uttama Slokim Bhaktim Bhavadir Naistiki. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 53. Krishna kidnaps Rukmini, Text 4. I have been asked to go from text 4 to 19. I'll read text 4 sloga, then I'll continue translation up to 18-19. Sri Suga Vacha Udvagarksham Savija Vignaya Rukminya Madhusudana Kada Samyujyatam Asu Karkediyagasaradhim. Translation. Sukadeva Goswami said, Lord Madhusudana also understood the exact lunar time for Rukmini's wedding. Thus he told his driver, Taruka, ready my chariot immediately. Text 5 translation. Taruka brought the Lord's chariot, yoked with the horses named Saibya, Sugriva, Meghapushpa, and Palakaha. He then stood before Lord Krishna with joined palms. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Thakur quotes the following text of the Padma Purana describing Lord Krishna chariot horses. Saipyastu Sugha Pratraba Sukrivo Hema Pingala Meghapushpa tu Meghaba Panduro hi Balaha. Saibya was green like a parrot's wing, Sugriva yellow gold, Meghapushpa the color of cloud, and Palagaga whitish. Text 6 translation. Lord Sauri mounted his chariot and had the Brahmanas do likewise. Then the Lord swift horses took them from Anartha district to Vidarbha in a single night. Text 7. King Bhishmaka, the master Kundina, having succumbed to the sway of affection for his son, was about to give his daughter to Sisubala. The king saw to all the required preparations. Purport. SriSriRadhara Swami points out in this connection that King Bhishmaka had no particular liking for Sisubala, but rather acted out of attachment for his son Rukmi. Text 8-9. The king had the main avenues, commercial roads, and intersection thoroughly cleansed and sprinkled with water. And he also had the city decorated with triumphant archways and multicolored banners on poles. The men and women of the city, arrayed in spotless raiment and anointed with fragrant sandalwood paste, wore precious necklaces, flower garlands, and jeweled ornaments, and their open homes were filled with the aroma of akuru. Purport: when earthen roads are sprinkled with water, the dust settles down and the road becomes smooth and firm. King Bhishmaka thoroughly prepared for the great wedding, getting the scene for Lord Krishna's triumphant abduction of beautiful Rukmani Devi. Text 10. O King, in accordance with the prescribed rituals, Maharaja Bhishmaka worshipped the forefathers, demigods, and Brahmanas, feeding them all properly. Then he heard the traditional mantras chanted for the well-being of the bride. Text 11. The bride cleaned her teeth and bathed, after which she put on the auspicious wedding necklace. Then she was dressed in brand new upper and lower garments and adorned with the most excellent jeweled ornaments. Purport. According to Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, only spotless clothing, fresh of the loom, should be worn during auspicious ceremonies. Text 12. The best of the Brahmanas chanted mantras of the Rig, Sama, and Yajurvedas for the bride's protection. And the priest learned in the Atharva Veda offered oblations to pacify the controlling planets. Purport. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti points out that the Atharva Veda often deals with the pacification of unfavorable planets. Text 13. Outstanding in his knowledge of regulatory principles, the king rewarded the Brahmanas with gold, silver, clothing, cows, and sesame seeds mixed with raw sugar. Text 14. Raja Tamagosa, Lord of Cheti, had also engaged Brahmanas, expert in chanting mantras, to perform all rituals necessary to assure his son's prosperity. Text 15. King Tamagosa traveled to Kundina accompanied by armies of elephants, exuding mata, chariots hung with golden chains, and numerous cavalry and infantry soldiers. Text 16. Bhishmaka, the lord of Vidarbha, came out of the city and met King Tamagosa, offering him tokens of respect. Bhishmaka then settled Tamagosa in a residence especially constructed for the occasion. Text 17. Sisubala's supporters, Salvas, Jarasandha, Tandavakra, and Vidarada all came, along with Pandraka and thousands of other kings. Purport. Those familiar with the history of Lord Krishna's life will immediately recognize the names given in the text. The kings mentioned here maintained a deep animosity towards Krishna and opposed him in one way or other, but they were all to be frustrated and defeated on the occasion of Sisubala's would-be wedding. Text 1890. This I'll read the sloga. Krishna Rama Tushayatta Kanyam Saityaya Sosadidum Yadi Agatya Haret Krishno कामात्यैर्यदुबीर्वृत्ता योत्स्यमा संपदास्तेन इति निषेधमानसा अजागमर उभुजा सर्वे समग्र बलवाहनगा. Repeat. Mataji. Translation purport. To secure the bride for Sisubala, the kings who envied Krishna and Balarama came to the following decision among themselves. If Krishna comes here with Balarama and other Yadus to steal the bride, we shall band together and fight him. Thus those envious kings went to the wedding with their entire armies and a full complement of military conveyance. Purport. The word Samgada, which normally means bound tightly together, may also mean thoroughly struck down or killed. Thus all the Krishna's enemies thought they were unified and strong, Samgada. In the former sense, they could not successfully oppose the personality of Godhead, and consequently they would be struck down and killed Samkhada in the later sense. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Saibali Samadhi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namni Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pacharne Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasyatya Deshadani Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Kadadara Suvasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna. First of all, I seek the blessings of and the permission of all Vaishnavas here to give this class in the line of Parampara. Hare Krishna. This is a continuous history of Rukmani's marriage. There are many aspects that can be described here, but today I came to my memory two particular incidents. One incident is when I was reading Krishna called his charioteer Taruka and make him to arrange to go to Vidarbha, Rukmani's place, along with the Brahmana. And it is from Anandaka district to Vidarbha is a very distance, but he crosses in overnight. And it is very much Lord can achieve anything. Similar such one incident is described in Mahabharata, the life of Nala and Damayanti. It is almost similar. By chance, Damayanti also from Vidarbha, princess of Vidarbha, whereas Rukmani also prince of Vidarbha. From Vidarbha, the daughter of Vidarbha is called Aidarbi or Vaidehi. That name Vaidehi is derived from Vidarbha. Both are called Vaidehi, Rukmani and Sita also. Sita also the daughter of Vidarbha. And here we are talking about Damayanti. And all of you know the history. Damayanti chose Nala, rejecting 5 demigods. They were in competition to marry Damayanti. But Damayanti, because of her strong chastity and other things, she could identify the right person and married. But Kali and Kali Purusha got irritated. How come she married a common man, neglecting all the devas? Then colluded with Twara Yuga, Dwabara. And together they planned. Dwabara entered the dice, then Kali controlled the force to change the mind of the Nala to play the dice with his brother, and they lost. I am briefly telling. And because his brother send them out, nobody to help. They help anybody, they have to also go to forest. That's a condition for citizens. Therefore, they left with one single dress to forest. On the night, sincere person, both of them are very sincere in their life. By impact of Kali, he left her in the middle of the night when she was sleeping and went in the forest. Then both of them underwent different difficulties separately. Damayanti was protected by her chastity, Nala also because of his purity. Then he was guided by he saved a snake from the fire. The snake told him to go 10 steps back and bite him. And his whole body changed. Then don't worry, Karkodaga, that is snake. Now I am giving, this will help you. Two purpose. The Kali who is sitting inside you will suffer like anything because of this poison. And also with this dress you go to the king of Ayodhya, Riduparna. And Riduparna is expert in dice. You will learn the dice and win a bag. You go to Riduparna with a changed body. And he goes there. And he is very good in handling the horses. Nala. He took the charge of all horses of the king, Riduparna. And he is continuing his life in Ayodhya like this, without identifying himself to anybody. Whereas Damayanti, she underwent lot of troubles. Finally, she was traced as her father by Bhishmaka. And she went back to his kingdom with her papa. But she was so much anxiety, she arranged a Brahmana with a riddle, like a quiz riddle. You go and chant this riddle in every assembly of the all kings. If somebody answers for this, you come and tell me. The Brahmana goes to every assembly and sings this thing, nobody answers. But finally she goes to this Ayodhya and sings this riddle. It's a song form. Mahabharata describes a very nice song. Then the horse keeper of the king Riduparna, Ayodhya king, he answered. Then immediately came back and told Damayanti that's what happened. Then she understood there is something, he may be her husband. But the look and all those things, nothing matching. Anyway, she wanted to test. She sent back this Brahmana again, everywhere. Since her husband is not there, she is going to marry second time, Swayamvara second time, which is impossible. But she cut her husband, she plays that role and sent such a message to all the kings. It reached Riduparna also. And on hearing that, the housekeeper, Riduparna, that Nala, was shocked. But he knows. Then king wanted to go for the Swayamvara, but it is 100 yojana. Next day is Swayamvara. Because Damayanti made such an arrangement to find only Nala can drive the horse of 100 yojana in one night. And to verify that she did. Similarly, Riduparna engaged this housekeeper Nala, but Nala, he could not choosing the horse is a very big job. He is not choosing well-built, not strength and all those. It takes a lean, very thin horse. The king Ridhuparna was upset. This horse will not go overnight to that place. But this is challenging, no, it will go. Because he is expert in selecting horse. Then on the way, horse somebody driving and all those things. Then on the way, he stopped the horse one place and count the number of leaves and fruits and other things in a tree. They were able to count. This was the power the king had. Then they promised each other, if he takes him to the kingdom of Vidarbha in time, this Ridhuparna will teach Nala the technique of how to count, how to do dice, everything. It's a story is like that go. Then they won the things he taught and won back the brother, everything. The idea is the overnight that 100 yojana is able to travel. And this is the way Krishna also arranged to travel. He can go by Manasika, but he has taken a form of human being. He has to play the game perfectly. He cannot play the divine game. He has to play in human game. Therefore, he has to drive the horse and go. Therefore, he took us like a normal human being. He took the horse and went. This one incident was, comparing to this, came to the story of Nala and Damayanti. And another point I hear in this reading, it came to my thought was the quality of Rukmini Devi. The Rukmini Devi is treasure of all these good qualities. She is nothing but Lakshmi. She is a Lakshmi form. Actually, Lakshmi is her form, maybe. Rukmini is much more than Lakshmi, I think. And she had all good qualities. In particular, Bhagavad-gita mentions 7 good qualities for Narina, for ladies. 7 good qualities Krishna mentioned in the Bhagavad-gita. See, Kirti, first name, Kirti. Her beauty and name, fame is well known. Rukmini Devi. She is such a beautiful and also very famous. Sri means Aishwarya, opulence. She is the mother of Lakshmi, Mother Lakshmi. Lakshmi is Aishwarya, no doubt about it. And walk, the speech, power. Previously we were reading how she was conveying the message Brahmana, and Brahmana conveyed the message to Krishna. What a wonderful narration she was having about all these things. What is her idea, what is the thing going on, and how she got in that. And Smriti, remembrance, how she got involved with Krishna is, who came to assembly of Vidarbha there, some sages and Brahmana, they were talking the glories of Krishna. And hearing that glories, she developed a love for him. She had a good memory. She was remembering, we also have good memory on unwanted things. But she had a memory on Krishna. And her Aishwaryas for Krishna. Her words, she used word power for Krishna. Her Kirti, name, fame, everything for Krishna. That the difference is that Even materially, so many is so that what you call that that English name, no, nowadays, who are very famous people, what do they call? Celebrities. So many celebrities we see in our ISKCON communication also, so many celebrities. But this celebrity is only for Krishna. See the difference. She is the number one celebrity. You have so many celebrities. This person came, that person came, and so much things in the ICC conference, this message and all those things comes. But the greatness is when everything is for Krishna, then the celebrity or greatness is very important. Her kirti is for Krishna, her beauty is Aishwarya is for Krishna, her words used for Krishna for describing how to get Krishna, and her remembrance always in younger days onwards she was caring about Krishna and stayed so strongly in her mind when she grows up also. And when the marriage is arranged, she could remember all these things. And also meta, intelligence. She is very intelligent in sense she was devising the method how Krishna should kidnap her. Krishna knows, but she is devising the method and tell the next day before the marriage, previous day, I'll go to worship the Mother Kali outside the palace. And at that time, you please come and I'm worshipping, you take me and go. That time less soldiers, less things without harming my relations. And she is very intelligent and also she is recommending Rakshasa Vivaha. Bhagavatam mentions it. There are 8 types of Vaga Shastra mentions. 4 are positive, 4 are negative. Starting with parents arranged with the systematic with the Brahmanas doing yajna and all those things. Marriage without yajna is sutra marriage. That's what Prabhupada tells. First it should be proper yajna should be done. And Devas and Agni, Vayu, everything should be Sachi. Then only marriage should be done. And there are marriage to rishis like Kanva Rishi was given some of these things. And to Ritvik Prohit, they give also. So that is 4 types of that. But lower class is Asura, Rakshasa, Paisasa, and Vaga. Paisasa means without any permission of girl, just like it's like a rapping, you can tell like that. That type of things. Rakshasa Vaga and Asura Vaga is different little. Asura is little permission, the Rakshasa Vaga is with girl's permission, he took without the permission of parents and marriage. It is not so much in a positive side of the marriage, but Rukmini, she is intelligently suggesting that, seeing the situation, what is best for the time, she recommended that with her whole thought, and she recommended the way you might have heard how you should go. Later also it comes how Krishna took her away. And this is the 5th quality it has told. Another Triti. Steadfastness or firmness, determination. Again the Meda Buddhi is used for getting Krishna. They say Prabhupada tells most intelligent people comes to Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada used the word most intelligent people comes to Krishna consciousness because they think everything outside, analyze everything, find everything useless, finally they come to Krishna. Most intelligent after analyzing. Krishna also tells Bhagavatam Janmana Mande Jnanavan Mam Prapatya. Jnanavan means intelligent person who analyze. After so many births he comes to me. Therefore, that may the intelligence also Rukmini used for the Krishna. The ultimate goal of this thing is everything has to be go to Krishna. And Triti, determination. She was so determined. In the later slokas she tells, and I think previously she mentioned, I think, if she doesn't get him, she will fast and die. She tells such things also. She has taken such a determination. And we are incapable of taking such a decision, such a determination. Our determination are very weak. And we are not so much steady, so much triti, so much firmness in our decision. Our decisions are very volatile. Depends on body condition. Very easily we cut out. Most of our devotees, we fall victim of Maya when our body is weak. It's a history of our own devotional devotees. We are so conditioned by body, the body weakness makes us to victim of Maya. We are not strong. And or to talk about mind, intelligence, ego. Even small ego will spoil the whole aparad, create aparad and spoils. And this way, we are not strong in our devotional activities, our determination. And because of that, we are unable to get Krishna. But she was so strong. I will get Krishna. If I don't get Krishna, I'll die. How will I die? By fasting, not eating. So determined. Similar thing, Kamendi also, when the Riddhaparna reaches that thing, she was determining, today night, before that I don't get my husband, I'll die. Then Surya, everybody comes under Sakshi, they tell this is our husband. Then he changed the dress that Karkodaka has given, again he got back the original form. This type of determination we need for devotion. Finally is Shama, patience. This patience is the one I want to explain little more. There's a wonderful story in Anusasana Parva in Mahabharata. Actually, Mahabharata, what we are reading is very, very narrowed down and they filter out all philosophy and other things, simply they give it. Once this is regarding how Rukmini was very patient and in all situations, both Krishna and Rukmini. I briefly go to the straight story. Once Pradyumna was irritated by saintly people. And I think Krishna's children, many are irritated by it. They irritated the saintly people or Samba. They kept a small, these things, or iron rod and tell which child will born. That's the end of thing. No? See, they keep something stomach big and then they born some iron rod that will spoil your family. That's a curse they give Rishi. Similarly, he was irritated by Pradyumna was irritated by saintly people and went and asked Krishna, Father, please kindly tell me, these people are so much of these things, what is the use? Why should we, so much they are troubling us and all. Then Krishna is giving a big description. Even though saintly people irritate you, and just a few lines I go through. You can achieve everything. Dharmartha, Kama, Moksha, name, fame, and all Aishwaryas. Even all disease will be purified. Even if you want to satisfy Deva and the Pitru, you can do by satisfying these saintly people. Whatever in this world or next world, everything comes from the sadhu's blessings. There is no doubt about it. Therefore, don't neglect them and you don't have the anger which is targeted towards saintly people, which we are doing often. Most of our irritation, anger is towards saintly people, not with outsiders or karmis. With the saintly people, that's the one disadvantage of being among with his sadhus. Because you may irritate them and get things. But even with the sadhus, that's why Prabhupada, they asked, Prabhupada, in India so many saintly people, but they didn't follow you. But in America, we are very sinful people, but we are following you. How we got that? Prabhupada mentioned, when I came here, there is no Vaishnava here in America. Therefore, you don't have chance to do aparadha. But in India, a lot of Vaishnavas are there, they are doing aparadha, that's why they are unable to advance. That's why in the community of Vaishnava, you should be learned to be most humblest person. Most is a superlative degree. Therefore, I need not to put humble. Most humble person. In heart and words and deeds, everything. Then only you can escape from all these things in the Vaishnava community. Very easy, you will irritate the sadhus. And you lose all the fortune. But by the blessings of sadhu, even they irritate you, you will get all the blessings. That's what Krishna tells. Then he is telling what happened in Krishna's life once. This is Brahmana Sasana Parva. Bhishma is telling, I think, Bhishma is telling this story to Yudhishthira. Once what happened is our Durvasa comes. Durvasa is very Shiva's incarnation and he is very peculiar for his nature. He came to Krishna's palace. He has worn torn clothes. Shiva likes that Bilva trees, Bilva leaves and Bilva sticks he has. Long beard and a very thin body and a very tall look. He is the tallest person in the world like that. He was roaming over all the Devaloka and all logos, higher logos. And his request is, I am Durvasa Rishi. I want to be guest in your house for 2 days. Whether any of you ready to accommodate me? You cannot accommodate Durvasa Rishi easily. And he declares also, even small mistake I find, I will get most angry. Even for small mistake. That also he declares. Oh, please keep me as guest for some days. Who is ready? He is declaring all over the planet goes. Krishna out of is a Lord, mercy. Okay, I will accommodate you as guest. And Durvasa Rishi comes to Krishna's palace as guest. And he is very strangely behaving. One day he will eat 1,000 people, over 1,000 people can eat that food he will eat in one day. Some days he will not eat at all. Sometimes he goes out of the palace, he will not come back. And sometimes he will laugh like a madman. Sometimes he cries. So one day what happened is he kept all the bed and cloth and nice, wonderful things, everything kept on fire in the whole palace and went off. And after a few days he came back. Suddenly came, now I want to eat sweet rice, please give me. And Krishna is telling Pradyumna, I know this mentality of all these saintly people, Durvasa Muni, I have prepared always in the kitchen, all the items will be prepared and ready. Therefore, immediately he brought the sweet rice and gave him. Then he ate little. Then he gave the remaining, some sweet rice, give to Krishna, put all your body. Then Krishna was applying all over the body the sweet rice. Leg everywhere applies. Then he took these things again. He went to Rukmini, and the whole Rukmini body was made with this sweet rice. Then he came out to the all Krishna and Rukmini and asked to bring the chariot. And he removed the horse and put Rukmini as a horse. And he climbed on the chariot. And he was going in the Rajabhat, that main road. And Rukmini was pulling, very tender ladies, he was pulling Durvasa Rishi. But Krishna is patient, he didn't talk, and Rukmini also patient. They didn't even mentally think bad of it. They know these sadhus, water, they irritate their balance, they give some thing. Then he was going out in the way. When Rukmini fell down 2-3 times, he was beating with a stick. And all those things. She was so disturbed, but she could not do. Then all Dasarga, that Krishna's soldiers related, they got so irritated. Let all of us will die. This world will become with all these sadhus. Finally, then one place, after going some distance, Durvasa got down from the chariot and ran away. Then Rukmini and Krishna both are running behind him, requesting, have we done any mistake? Please come and sit down and all those things. What can we do? And all those things and all those things. Then Durvasa tells, oh Govinda, I didn't see single fault with both of you. I am completely satisfied with you. I'll give whatever boon you want. Then he gives a lot of things. He doesn't need boon, but he was blessing. Blessings of Vaishnavas and sadhus are needed for everybody. That is like a climbing on the lift. It will take you faster in your spiritual life. If the blessings of the sadhus and Vaishnavas are. Even if you have all sadhana, wonderful practice, everything, this is missing means you cannot go. Even Lord Krishna will not bless you without the blessings of this. That's why when Ramanujacharya was approaching Trikoshi Purna for 18 times, each time he was telling the advancement how to go. First he is telling samsara bija, get rid of samsara bija. All material desires, seeds also you will remove and come. Like that it goes, if I tell you it's a separate lecture. And the 11th point, 10th point is telling, 10th time when Ramanuja goes, it will become Vaishnava and come back. Then 11th time when he goes, get the blessings of all devotees and come back. Then 12th time when he goes, get the blessings of all sattvic people and come back. Like that he is gone telling. Then 17th time only is hesitatingly giving this secret mantras meaning. The idea behind is, the life of acharyas, everywhere we see they need blessings. We are beggars of blessings. We need blessings from everybody. That blessing should come from heart. By our behavior, word and all those things. That is the quickest way to achieve. That's why Krishna got that blessing from Durvasa even though he irritated. And when you are close with the sadhus, even material life, we tell, closeness breeds contempt. When you are with somebody closer, always the contempt nature will come, finding fault nature. That is material nature. In spiritual nature, when you are with somebody, you should find the goodness. And that should be developed. Even though Durvasa was very much irritating these both of them, Rukmini and both of them. As a result, he gave so much, and then he was asking Krishna, why didn't you put that sweet rice on the feet of your leg? Because of that, that era was past, the feet only. For Krishna, he was pointing out. Why did you put that? That point become weaker. All other points, even the Lord, it's not mentioned, but according to the blessings missing. Then Rukmini, he blessed her, you are such a way, you will be the number one in the ladies' world. Your name and fame is equal to only to you. Old age and disease will not approach you. Among Lord Krishna's 16,108 wives, you will be the number one. Also, even though it is true, but his blessing, all life after life, you will be the number one of Krishna. This story Krishna tells this myself and Rukmini faced with Durvasa, but he irritated us so much, but we got such a wonderful blessings. That is the advantage of things. Here I mention this because this is the seventh quality he is mentioning is Shama, tolerance. Bhagavad-gita mentions. This is Rukmini's number one tolerating. Krishna is tolerating, he didn't pull the rath, but he pulled the rath. And how, as a queen, she was pasted with all sweet rice all over the body. All these things he was tolerant. And in the purport of the Bhagavad-gita, in this sloka I was reading, it was very strange. Prabhupada is mentioning, don't think it is only for ladies. It is meant for us, that we think it's only for ladies. No, these characters are meant for everything, for all. And Prabhupada tells, if a man possesses even among these seven qualities, even few, he will be glorious. This is the word he is using. Even among these seven characters, even few he has, he will be glorious. He, a man, he is telling, not a woman. Prabhupada tells in the purport, a man will be glorious if he has even few of the character. That's why Rukmini, even though it's Rasmi's Moola, Avadara, and she was divinely established all the seven things. The seven, all today also in the modern material world, you can see materially maintained. But here, she was establishing all these seven good qualities for the sake of Krishna. Her kirti is because for Krishna. Her beauty and Aishwaryas for Krishna Sri. Her words she used for getting Krishna. And her remembrance always, Ganga days onwards, what she heard from the rishis, Brahmanas, visited the Vidarbha Desha about Krishnas, that stayed in their mind, they developed a love. And Meda, their intelligence, she used for getting Krishna. How she devised the method, telling Krishna is the way, how to kidnap her. And Thruti, so much strong and determined to get her. She is so much, and then Sama, tolerance I told. Even Durvasa irritated so much, she was tolerant. Therefore, everything, he tried to combine with the Gita and sadhus and all those things. Every incident has a lot of stories, Bhagavatam, everything has a big lesson for devotees. In essence, we need to have everything for Krishna, these qualities. In the material world, people are having for some material advancement, material purpose, but this is great because for Krishna's sake. Also, we follow this, even few of these good qualities. Prabhupada is telling the man is glorious. Don't think it is only for ladies, it's for gents also. Prabhupada mentioned in Bhagavad-gita purport, read it. A man will be glorious even if he possesses some of these qualities. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Comments? Any comments? Criticism? Unamada Prabhu, any comments? Why Krishna could not remove the rice? Maybe it's a prasadam or something, matter you know what, but he didn't apply it. That's what the Mahabharata tells. That's the only word. And that also Durvasa tells at the end, why didn't you apply at your feet? Sorry? Oh? No, before that. Before that he applied, then only he took Rukmini in the chariot and then left. Before that. Any other questions? Anything? Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Prabhu. See, in the 7 qualities of women, fame, prosperity, walk. First 3 qualities are, we can see clearly in the women, these are very prominent. But when it comes to memory and intelligence, generally we see in the women, general understanding. Definitely there are some exceptions. We see out of these women qualities, these 2 things, memory and intelligence, seems to be very less compared to men.
First I make it clear, Prabhupada tells it's not only for ladies. This sloga is meant for all, including gents also. Also memory is said to be, like I remember, different people have different type of memories. I cannot remember any numbers. I don't want to remember. Number, what is the use of remembering numbers? So many people knows that number, so many numbers, phone numbers. I cannot remember my number also. Anybody wants, I give a missed call, take the number. I found it is no use. I am a mathematician, basically. But I don't want to remember mathematics, these numbers. Similarly, what is the use of keeping in memory of all numbers? You keep in a small thing, pad or something, so it, that's all. You remember what Krishna, what philosophy, what thought, what logic, which can take you to Krishna. All other things, what is the use? Somebody remembers birthday, marriage day, and all those things, so much huge memories. Every incident in their life, what happened that day, that month, that year, all those things, and what is the use of all these things? I am telling, therefore, memory means, what do you expect memory may be different from what they expect memory. Somebody may be very dull-headed without knowing anything, but they will be a good devotee, remembering Krishna. What is the use of all, even reading Shastra and everything wonderfully, remembering, mugging, everything, telling, repeating wonderfully without the taste for Krishna consciousness? What is the use of that memory? Even if you don't know anything, just you remember Krishna and your love of Krishna, then that is the best memory. Therefore, what the concept of memory is different. Similarly, intelligence also. Most intelligent person in the material world is also intelligent, is searching for nonsense. Like a eagle flies high, but it looks for dirt, dead animals. That is also intelligence. Good eyesight that eagle has. Similarly, in the material people also good intelligence, but what they look for? Nonsense. But devotees, they are also intelligent, but the common people think he is a foolish person. When you give up a big job, big position, big these things, and come to Krishna and live very simple and all those things, this fellow is useless. He should have earned big money, big position, big post. He is scared. Therefore, that intelligence also interpreted according to the level of material, spiritual advancement or material advancement. Therefore, these are all not absolute platform, they are relative platform. Therefore, and also we cannot estimate others' mind, their memory or intelligence by our perverted mind and perverted intelligence. Therefore, we should not do that job at all. There is one Paramatma sitting inside, let him do the job. We leave it to him. That's my suggestion. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Prabhuji, these Leelas of the Lord, the Rukmini Haran Leela, and especially the confidential pastimes of Vrindavan, of course, they are very nourishing and elevating for the devotees who know the background. Now, in India, had always been a tradition for people to respectfully look at them, even if they didn't know the intricacies of the Leelas. But with the ongoing dushprachar of especially the modern films, and equating the Leelas with the worldly Leelas, the impact is seen. I mean, couples come to all the temples I have seen in Delhi and they think that we are doing what Radha and Krishna did. That is happening in Delhi, here in Mayapur, I've seen everywhere. So do we need to have a special program to kind of alert people or caution people? I mean, as for the first diorama here, Prabhupada clearly cautions people. So do you think, Prabhu, now we need to have a very special and aggressive program to educate people?
No, we have only one program, Prabhupada program. And the thing is, Prabhupada never talked about these Leelas in public. And also, Prabhupada very rarely expressed his feelings of devotional things also. Also, when you are presenting, people may come with different ideas. But slowly when they join the devotees and hear from them and talk them, they will understand what is true. You can talk about Radha Krishna Leela or something, different mode coming. But I was hating in my life before that is, what is this and all. I didn't understand. Many, they like Sitaram. But they cannot understand the intricacies of these things. One is hating, another is liking. Depends on their liking. Therefore, all these things, when you go through proper works, proper lectures, if somebody gives lecture in the line of Prabhupada, Parambara, and they will be purified. It is none of the mistakes, either hating or liking. And it takes long time to be purified. And first of all, let us get purified. And we cannot give something, explain them and warn them or something when we ourselves are weaker. We may fall victim of our own words, or we may not be able to explain them properly, then we will lose, their questions may make us to lose our faith. Prabhupada tells always preach to the positive mood people. Prabhupada never told to preach to the challenging people. Challenging means one is atheist and Mayavadi is one category. This type of Sagajiya or little misunderstood the whole Leelas is another category. Both are challenging. And therefore, you consider yourself weaker and avoid that. And if they want, go through proper books and come back. You choose some nice book, Krishna book, ask them to read and come. Or ask them to chant few rounds and come back. I always tell, somebody comes with the big questions without doing any sadhana, I tell them go and chant few days, 1 month, after 1 month, even after 1 month they will ask, are you chanting? How many rounds? Then increase the chant, another 2 rounds. Like that, delay for 3-4 months, then become all right. Your question will become all right. And ask them to read something. This is the basic way you can induce them, these type of things. We are not strong enough, we are not very qualified to give all these challenging knowledges. either to Mayavadi or these things, atheist and this Sahaja's nature. May not be Sahaja, but they have the thoughts. Everybody has the intricacy of Sahaja nature. But without knowledge they may come, somebody may with knowledge they may come, or wrongly understood. And I had been in Vrindavan a long time. I know Vrindavan, what is the mood? Very challenging mood. Very, very. Even among ISKCON devotees, what to talk about outsiders. Therefore, this suggestion is, anybody comes, let them go deeply in the things, chanting properly, reading properly. Then we'll tell Katha. I don't think we need any separate preaching for them and all those things. And who the preacher will fall down then. We don't want to lose the preachers. Thank you. Thank you very much. Jai Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Hare.